I love taking photos. In fact, I love making photographs. I specialize on printmaking and art reproduction. The equipment I use must meet the high standards of my requirement, not just high megapixels, but the image quality and lens rendition. The camera system has to offer an unprecedented advantage that integrates seamlessly into my printmaking workflow. I have the Fuji GFX50S since 2018. I love it. It is often used for both my art reproduction work and for casual photography. There isn't much of a learning curve using the camera, as it is designed to be intuitive and natural, both the hardware and the manual system. Anyone with some years of experience in photography would have found it easy to use. The new Fuji GFX50S Mark II is a big step forward. Although it uses the same sensor, it added crucial improvements like IBIS, smaller body, better ergonomics, slightly lighter, better autofocus while retaining all the good virtues from the camera it supersedes. It didn't have to reinvent itself. The first one was good. This is great. The larger than full-frame sensor offers better dynamic range due to the larger pixel pitch, which means it has better light gathering ability. With that, it has a higher dynamic range and the ability to capture a wider range of lighting information, much closer to what our eyes can see. This in turn produces truer-to-life images without the necessity for excessive post-processing. This sensor also has a much lower noise, which in turn has better signal-to-noise ratio in the output, which translates to better pixel acuity in color. While it is often said the best camera is the one you have in view, the GFX50S Mark II is the one to have. Size-wise, it is no larger than an average professional DSLR or even some mirrorless cameras. I chose the GFX system because I believe in the brand and Fuji's commitment for continuous development in both the hardware, software, and lenses. Not to mention that my first digital camera was a Fuji too. The 50S Mark II is the world's first 50 megapixel medium format camera with an in-body stabilization. This is a big deal. I often photograph with a tripod, but with this, I can even handhold some shots at 1 second exposures. This means I don't really have to use high ISO in low light situations, which is not my usual preference. I love mirrorless cameras for their flexibility in adapting other lens systems. Fuji surprisingly makes a 4x5 view camera adapter for the GFX. This is one of my decisions to invest in it because I use the camera as a digital bag for my large format camera. Having a larger size sensor also means that I gain a wider angle of view with a lesser crop factor. The IBIS also works with lenses without any electronic contacts. Most of the legacy 35mm format lenses may have image circles large enough to cover the GFX sensor with very minimal or no variance. Having this hybrid adaptation also means I can produce images which renders very differently with even better subject isolation and separation, especially those with large wide open apertures. The GFX50S Mark II files are beautiful. They are malleable with so much editing headroom, which again thanks to the higher dynamic range and extremely low noise. Fuji has more than half a century of experience in film development and manufacturing. Their films are famous and are preferred choices by both enthusiasts and professionals. The in-camera film simulations are a winner. For someone like me who doesn't like to do much post-processing, I love using the various film simulations to give my images an artistic representation, bringing the images to life without having to color grade them. At the very least, they provide a very good starting point for further editing. I love monochrome works, and therefore one of my favorite film simulations is the Across. I have developed a linearized monochrome printing solution which can translate each tone and its transition faithfully and accurately in print. It is like having a perfect digital darkroom. In such a workflow, the only variable is creativity. A picture tells 1,000 words, and a print affirms that statement. Without printing, one can never truly understand or appreciate what they can achieve with their cameras. It takes one to a higher level of self-curation and critique, which in part motivates and promotes further development in the art and craft of one's endeavor in photography. It may be a journey without ends, but one that is highly fulfilling, rewarding, and most satisfying. The print is the artist's statement. It is also a tangible work of how it is to be viewed, judged, and critiqued. In print, a photograph becomes an art form. I am happy to have invested in the GFX camera system. It is well suited for my work, my style of photography, and more importantly, the files print beautifully. The new GFX50S Mark II is better, more complete as an all-round camera with even lower cost of entry. It is a clear choice for someone who are looking to venture into medium format photography.